Hey guys, I don't know what you're doing right now, but make sure you subscribe. Now let's get into this video. Speaking of sweep, or lack thereof.
That wasn't a sweet performance, I don't think. Offensive-minded people.
Right. I mean, that's
They wouldn't call
Seattle.
that sweet.
Seattle I mean, we all knew that they had a great defense. I thought they had a great defense too. I really thought Houston was a little bit better than them. But after having watched them yesterday, I think I give them the crown. Like they were the best defense.
This one I realized, and I knew they was serious yesterday when Kyle Shanahan just like sucked his pride up and was like, if they don't run the ball well, then Seattle go dominate the game. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And who know them better than Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah. Because he can't beat them. He can't beat them.
He know.
And that's they're a young defense. They remind me of like, the 2000 Ravens, the early 2000s like Bears defense with like Urlacher and Peanut Tillman. Like they were good from front to back. And obviously when you add the Mike McDonald and just his philosophy, his scheme, but for me it's like the assistant coach. Do you know who his assistant head coach is? It's Leslie Frazier. Now Leslie Frazier was Sean McDermott, defensive coordinator in Buffalo for a few years, and I mean, he always was a really good.
Right.
You would agree.
Team.
Well, there was a good defense, and so you don't see that a lot though.
Right.
Like you don't see the young head coaches, right? They get like the older veteran assistant coaches, right? And I just thought that was like a good, it was just a good combination to have, because you get a mix of like this new modern day scheme, but then you get the old football too, right? Because you got these older guys on your staff, and I think that blend of just knowledge, really, I thought that gave them an edge, bro.
Yeah,
I really did. I thought they gave them an edge, because when you could play good defense, especially with Seattle, they try to deceive you pre-snap. Like you never really know what coverage they're in. Right. Like the safeties are going to stand in the same place every time.
Bluff a little bit.
And I mean, you kind of saw that when McDonald was with the Ravens, but he had dudes like Kyle Hamilton and Marlon Humphreys, and I thought people was like, is that going to work in Seattle? Do we have the players? And come to find out, he do. Yeah, man. I thought defensively they carried the team the whole way. I thought Sam Darnold played great when he needed to. But it's got to feel good, right? Because that low key reminded me of like Brady, right? Like it wasn't the best like Super Bowl from a statistical standpoint, but you did what you had to do to win the game. And so I wonder how long like they could keep that up.
That's a good question, but I think they'll keep it up. But of course, they're the favorite going into the next season. But of course, like offensively, that was just tough for New England, bro. That was tough. Like it was literally dreadful watching because I was like, they played their tails off the whole year, but then when you get to the game where you can't run or hide. And who you are will show, despite the defense maybe getting a turnover, placing offense in a great position, then they go score. You know what I'm saying? That's fun and dandy. But when you play the guys who,
I thought, I know what you're saying. I thought New England got exposed.
Did they? Oh my goodness!
And obviously, like I picked them as my AFC team.
Yeah.
Right. Like I picked them. I thought they had the right coaching staff, the right group of guys, and but they didn't play the best teams.
No.
Because Lamar and Mahomes
depleted teams.
and Joe Burrow, like they didn't play in the AFC this year. Right. So a lot of the dudes that played, they played because those 3-4 dudes didn't play.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, damn, did they even beat the best teams? Like, did they even get the right sort of test? Because like when I went to the Super Bowl with Kansas City, especially like 2019, like I knew we was going to win because I knew we beat all the teams that we had to beat. Right? Like Houston, right? They beat us early that year. You know what I'm saying? And so we was able to get to the playoffs and beat them. So it meant something. So we knew we grew. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so by the time we got to the Super Bowl,
we're not the same team as we.
Well, we like battle tested though. You know what I'm saying? Like we done had everybody best shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I just didn't think, New England, I thought that was, they got deceived a bit. Like,
man, did they?
Like,
I'm not gonna say I knew that, but I felt that because who they were gonna go against in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if your quarterback not gonna be that guy, and you playing against Seattle, it's gonna be tough, and it always was tough. I mean, when you play Seattle, it's always gonna be tough.
Yeah, I didn't like the way McDaniels called the game.
Yeah, it just felt like they felt helpless out there.
Well, at that point, you can't hide. At that point, you can't. So I'm like, you might as well
unload the clip.
Just load it. I mean, just shoot every clip, shoot every bullet you got.
God, that's how.
Like you don't play next week.
And I was kind of confused.
Like,
I was
you don't learn
what
nothing from losing a Super Bowl.
Right. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, are y'all ever going on the field?
Yeah.
I mean, you have Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. If those two guys can't get a total of 10 targets, how do you win? I'm just saying, who else is there to make plays?
Well, I mean, I don't put it all on that. I don't put it all on Drake May.
Nah, you can't. I mean, if I'm the quarterback, I'm only calling what you telling me. I'm only doing what you telling me to do.
Yeah, I think yesterday sort of.
Like I felt like they was running curl flats a lot of the game. I was like, damn, is he gonna throw another out? Is he gonna throw another curl? Like that's all I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I thought what New England showed me was that they need like a true number one wide receiver. They need like a true like drive starter. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when everything else is failing, like we could give this dude the ball and he gonna do what he can do to get us going.
Right.
I don't think I think they got a few front runners like on their offense, and I think anytime you playing against a front runner and you legit.
Right.
I mean, the buck
just go through your helmet.
The buck stop here though.
Right.
Like you're not about to do that. Right. And I thought it was a little bit of that too. Like they just couldn't get open.
They couldn't get open,
like
and
that
the O-line.
That defense was just too. That defense was just too much, bro.
Say, bro, the guy, he tapped the D tackle. He drove the guard to Drake May and dumped both of them. I was like, oh my, this is a grown man going up against another grown man. He dumped both of them.
Yeah,
like they were literally getting
every
play they was going backwards. This O-line just, oh like goodness.
Yeah.
That was a real beating. Like,
yeah, I mean, the New England should definitely, they should take sort of the Kansas City approach. And after we lost to Tampa Bay, my Patrick probably ran around that whole game and just,
right.
I remember some of the throws he made that day, like just, just parallel to the ground. The very next day, they got new offensive linemen. And
exactly.
I think that obviously Will Campbell is young. The left side of the line is young. They're gonna grow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, you gotta be able to protect the product. If you can't protect the quarterback,
and that's what I think did. That was the first thing, because when you go back to when they played Denver, it was like that. It was just like it was just like that.
Yeah,
like they could not protect the quarterback. So it was kind of even hard for Rouse to even develop quarterback to even go from 1 to 2 to 3. Like it's hard when you got somebody breathing on your neck every snap.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey.
And they blitzing too. It's not just the D line. The coaches calling they blitzing. They sending smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, they making it count.
They making it count, bro.
They making the offensive lineman count.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of dudes can't do that under that sort of pressure and stress. It's just too much. That they're seeing too much, you know. So yeah, I mean that was a great game plan, by Seattle. I think New England just, it was a great season, but
a great season.
They was never going to beat that team. Like
they actually had one of the best seasons.
That team was battle tested. Probably played in the toughest division in football. Beat a Rams team that was humming, like the Stafford,
with the MVP on their team.
You know what I mean? Like Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, like they beat those dudes.
Yeah.
So like if you thinking that these dudes about to come in here and do what those dudes couldn't do, I just thought it was like they from the first fucking snap, it was no chance that New England was gonna beat them boys. Yeah. And so that I die on that hill, and I mean you play that good defense, bro. It affords, if you're the quarterback, you don't have to. If you Sam Darnold, all you gotta do is don't give the ball away.
Right.
You're gonna win.
You're gonna win.
But yeah, man, I thought that was a dominant performance, like by that defense.
Man, I wonder who is like mad. Is it the Jets organization? Is it the Vikings organization? Because they both had this same quarterback.
The Jets don't have a chance. The Jets won't win. They don't have a chance to win. If I can answer that question, though, it's probably the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Because they were 14, 15-win team, right?
What's the GM, Queasy or something? I think they fired him, huh?
Yeah, he should have got fired.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, GM should get judged on how many number of guys that they draft and they're able to develop. Mm-hmm. Right? Like if you got 20 draft picks and ain't none of them worth shit,
you just a terrible draft.
I mean, you might as well just go home.
Right.
Right? Because you saw with Seattle. Like that's a young team, but a lot of their core is guys that they've drafted the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. Right? And I mean, all the way going back to like Rick Willen and Kobe Bryant, like, right? And that's the sort of production you want to see it come alive, right? And I was never really a fan of John Snyder, but I always thought, because I kind of grew up in that division, right? And for the most part, I always thought that they developed their players like pretty well, like. But yeah, bro, like that sort of thing, like it sticks out, So
the Patriots young though, seems like brighter times ahead in the AFC for them. But like you said, Ravens, Bills, Bengals,
Patriots need.
Chiefs.
Mike Vrabel is a football coach. He needs football players.
Yeah,
you got one dude that, he like on his 12th bit mama. Mm-hmm. Then you got the other dude showing up in handcuffs and shit, wearing no socks and shit. Look, bro, y'all gonna go do that? Like, can I give me some football players that want to play football?
I'm glad you said, I want to see.
They got too many. I don't
remember seeing them catch the ball.
They got too many characters over there, bro. Like, and
I think this
like,
I want to see.
They just need some football players, bro.
I want to see. Man, Mac had a touchdown. Man had 78 yards.
Man, what?
That man had the most targets he had ever all season last night.
I mean, I get you, bro. Listen, bro.
But I guess he did enough to walk around like that with no shoes on.
I'm just saying, man. That all that shit funny until it ain't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that shit's not funny, boy. I know his ass still hurt. They got beat. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. That was not. I ain't gonna lie. It literally was not fun watching it because from a defensive perspective, I was just like, they getting beat. Like, bro, I remember getting beat. Like, I remember getting beat 41-6. 40. That's what that shit looked at like. I was like, this is just at every level.
Yeah. That looked like the Patriots defenses from 10 years ago.
looked like Willie McGinnis was back out on the
That's
field.
exactly.
Rodney Harrison was back there. Like for Seattle.
Exactly what it looked like, bro.
Dudes was dominant.
Yeah, I mean, will the Patriots be back? Who knows? Will Seattle be back? Who knows?
Who knows?
I will say this, and we could move on to the next topic. I like Seattle. I like what they've done, but what I've learned over my career in the NFL is that it is much easier to stack like a great offense versus stacking a good defense, right? Because like what the problem they're gonna run into in Seattle is they keep fucking playing good defense like this. Everybody on their defense is gonna want a high end contract, right? And there's only so many of them you could give out.
Yeah.
But you got 31 other teams that would love to have Devin Witherspoon,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so it's just much harder, bro. Like to keep like the great defense I played on is much harder to keep them dudes together, right? Like because the number 2 corner, right, in your scheme, he want to be number 1, right? You already won a Super Bowl now, so now it's like it's easier for dudes to walk away. And like that's just what I've seen over my 12, 13 years in the league is like it is much harder to keep a great defense together.
Right. And it makes sense. It's hard.
You know, a good offense. So
especially if I had a great year.
The salary cap just continues to like bloom and you know, just give them a chance to sort of pay the dudes on defense. But so we'll see how that goes.
Yes, indeed. But I know if I'm the number 2 corner and I had a great year and we done won the Super Bowl and this was my last year on my contract.
Exactly.
You know what that coach said? Send me my money.